the Let's Clean Up Europe is, I like to call it like a sister campaign of the EWWR initiative. And so I will try to give you a little bit of the view of what our campaign is doing since 2009. So it started as a new funded project in the LIFE program. So every year we have these 9 days every November, usually it's the last week of November, where we promote the waste reduction, and we focus mainly, as you can see on the screen, you can see this triangle. I hear some voice, I don't know. So we focus on reduce, reuse, and recycle in this order, which is quite important for us and for the campaign, because of course, if you work a lot on reduce and reuse, and all the other are that we can imagine, like rethink, refuse, recycle, will be the less effort that we will need. So the point is that is to prevent
Yo creo que hace bien por todo.
There's someone with the microphone open, maybe.
Yeah, please, if you can turn off your microphone.
Is Alejandro.
Sí,
Alejandro,
estos lo
turn off the
tomarán como una
microphone,
victoria, que para ellos será, pero...
Alejandro, it's really nice to hear your accent.
Okay.
Could you please turn off your microphone?
Yeah, I think he did it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, the focus is on waste prevention. So to avoid to have waste and to have to work on collecting even. No? So the next edition of this year will be from the 28th of November. Just a little overview of how the campaign is structured. So we have a steering committee which is focused on the strategic decision and the funding. We have, of course, AICA Plus is part of it, but they are mainly public authorities. They work together to fight, let's say, against the waste production. And then we have the EWWR Secretariat, which I have the lucky to coordinate. And we centralize, we manage the communication and the day-to-day activities. Then the very important part are the regional, national, and local coordinator. They work at the local campaign, they organize activities, they help the thousands of action developers that every year organize action. AICA is one of them, and AICA is also part of the steering committee. So they are really part of the campaign, of course. The campaign is open to everyone. We have 5 different categories. So for citizens, NGOs, public administration, companies, so private companies, businesses, and educational establishments. And over the years, we reached quite important results. Of course, 2020 wasn't a great year for organizing activities, as you can imagine. So we went a little bit lower with our record, but we hope to have a great campaign, a great edition this year. So how to participate is quite simple. You have to register to the website and then add your action. You always can go to our website and you have all the information there, or come back to us, to the secretariat, and we will help you. During the application, you can also apply for being among the nominated action for the awards. This year we will have the awards ceremony on the 1st of June, and during the ceremony we award the best action for each category, and we have a special category which is the European Special Prize, and we try to highlight the importance of collaboration among Europe and among also the different countries. Every year we have also a thematic focus. And so we try to inspire action related to a specific topic. So for example, last year in 2020, we focused on invisible waste. So what is behind every items that we decide to buy, or the time that we decide, oh, I want the new iPhone, what is behind, or what is behind the new shining laptop that I really feel that I need. So all the ways that is produced just to create that item. So we focus on that and we try to investigate what is hidden behind. To let's say give the ball to AICA again. Let's Clean Up Europe. It's a sister campaign of the EWWR, because of course we cannot close our eyes and think that littering is not there. So Let's Clean Up Europe, it's a great way to reduce the waste abandoned in our cities, in our nature. So this is the first aspect of Let's Clean Up Europe. And at the same time, what I really like of this sister campaign is that through the collection, there's an educational matter. So they promote through the campaign, we promote the respect for our planet. And while collecting, I feel like, okay, maybe I should change my bad habits. So while collecting, I can focus on what produced all that waste that I'm actually making effort in collecting, or while I'm running, doing blogging, I guess. And so this is also a great way, together with the EWWR campaign, to raise the awareness on waste prevention. So while collecting, also think on how can I, by myself, in my personal life, in my daily life, how can I actually reduce the waste production? To conclude, I invite all of you to take part to the awards that this year will be on the 1st of June, to take part to the edition of 2021 that will be from the 28th of November. And for anything, you can contact us or go to our website. So thank you, Ivan, I give you back the floor.
Thank you so much, Serena. Thank you for your presentation. Now I'm pleased to welcome Emanuela Rosio, the President of the Director Council of AICA. She actually witnessed this campaign right from the start. So she will clarify which is the role of AICA in Let's Clean Up Europe and the news of this 2021 edition. Please, Emanuela.
Thank you, Ivana, and good morning to everybody, and welcome to this new call to action of Let's Clean Up Europe. Today is a sort of kickoff meeting, and from tomorrow we will find all the information about the communication tools and how to apply to the campaign Let's Clean Up Europe on the European Waste Week for Reduction website, where in the section Take Part there is a page about the European Cleanup Day. This campaign was born in 2015, if I don't wrong, and it was suggested by Janet Spotoknik, that was the European Commissioner for Environment at that time. And the objective is to work all together, all the European countries in the same period for an action that is the cleanup, and so Let's Clean Up Europe. AICA is the coordinator, the European coordinator, and as well the focal point for Italy. And we coordinated all the previous edition. As you know, in 2020, the period of the campaign was the spring. And in the last spring, we were in big problems with pandemic situation. So we didn't get so much actions inscribed in Let's Clean Up Europe call to action. We tried to move the period and to promote the campaign in September, October, but we didn't get so much participation. Instead, in the years before, we get a lot of interest, and we involved a lot of national focal point and national coordinators. So this is a new call to action in 2021. And what we want is to involve as much people and countries as possible. So there are two new possibilities that you can that I will tell you now, and what is new in this year campaign. The first thing is that the actions can be done from May to November. So everybody can choose the period that is better in his own country, considering the snow that we saw before in Sweden that still cover the floor, or considering the pandemic and the lockdown and other situation. So the ending date is the same as the European Waste Week for Reduction, and is the 28th of November. The second news is what we tell you later with Eric and with Roberto and Mireia, is the possibility to not only to do a cleanup action, a classical cleanup action in a park, in a beach, or in a place where you will stay there without going away, but it's the plugging action. So everybody can choose if do a cleanup action or a classical cleanup or a plugging action. The plugging is a challenge, is something that can involve more other targets, like runner or people that like living and doing activities outdoor. And this is another chance to join the cleanup with more people that can be interested. We finished last week the Italian and maybe I can say the European activity that is the third activity of the Let's Clean Up Europe campaign. That is the Keep Clean and Run, and Roberto will tell you something later. This is the longest plugging in the world, and it did 4,016 kilometers running through the west to east coast in center of Italy. You will find all the rules to organize plugging activities, and also the communication tools will promote the plugging actions and just give some rules how to do plugging in the right way. Because it's a sport activity, so it's not it's easy to do that in the wrong way. I think that with these two news of the 2021 one of the 2021 activity, I can give the the more detail, the more ask to Ivana and Francesco to explain to you the more in details the communication strategy and how to apply. These Ivan and Francesco are the new AICA staff. They introduced themselves. Ivana just did this, and I see that there is as well Marco Mancini of Legambiente connected with us. They is one of the Italian National Committee invited that will coordinate the action with us, with AICA, and with the Italian Environmental Ministry and other partners for Italy. Thank you to everybody, and if you have any questions, just write, and we will have 10 minutes at the end to answer to you. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Emanuela. I'm turning on my camera just to welcome the new participants. It's nice to see you all. So we have important news this year, starting from the covered period. And before talking about plugging activities, Francesco and I will give an overview about how to register an action and the available communication tools. So I kindly ask my dear colleague, Francesco, to share the screen. He's actually the mastermind, the director of this webinar, so thank you. Well, I will try to keep it short, but I'm glad to provide you all the essential technical information, especially for those who are newcomers, for instance, me, as Emanuela said. Thank you for the screen. Basically, what we are asking from you is to spread this campaign and to involve more and more associations and groups to join it, with the goal to fill this message, this important message against abandoned waste at a European level. First of all, action developers need to fill the registration form to get the communication tools. The communication tools can be used in their event, and afterwards we ask them to send us their results. So these are the 3 steps of this Let's Clean Up Europe campaign. First step, fill the registration form. What is it? It's a simple Google form. It's a basic Google form, so it's really easy. And it contains 6 core sections. Next slide, please. Okay. These sections include information about the action developer and practical information about it, description of the action, when and where it will take place, and the message of the action and the target. So we need to know who is filling the form, the name of the contact person, the telephone number and the email, the website of the structure and or the entity that is organizing the event, and its name, the address and the type of structure who's applying, NGOs, businesses, public administrations, and voluntary groups, and so on. Then we ask whether the action will be a cleanup action or a plugging activity. This is important for us because plugging it's a news for this 2021 campaign, and we want to trace how much plugging activities can be organized around Europe. So it's an important part. Of course, it is necessary to specify the timing and the location of the action. Especially this second aspect, the second part is really important. So next slide, please. It is essential to clarify the exact address, the postal code, the country, and any other details that may be helpful to trace the action on the map. Finally, we ask action developers to specify the target public, the number of expected participants, and the message of the event, because yes, of course, this is a campaign against littering, against abandoned waste, but we want to know what is really important for action developers. So in the Google form, you can specify it. So as I said, after the registration, the action developers can download the communication tools and use them to emphasize the sense of the community at a European level. And of course, we are concerned about the results and monitoring all the actions. So this is the final step. So after the registration, you can, we take this information and we collect, we use this information to record the action on the map. And after the Let's Clean Up Europe event, we collect your results in order to put them in the final report. Specifically, this work is done by the lovely Serena Di Lucia, who also receives all the emails from people interested in EWWR and the Let's Clean Up Europe in Italy. This is our contact and the reference websites. So these are basically the main information you need: the registration form, the communication tools, which will be explained by Francesco, and also the final results, which are really important because we want to give you a final report and to specify what has been done in the 2021 edition. Now I will shut up a bit and give the floor to Francesco, who will provide you all the details about the communication tools. So thank you, Francesco.
Thank you, Ivana, and thank you, Serena, and thank you, Emanuela, for your speeches. Those were very important for us because they helped us to show to everybody how this European campaign is structured and how it is important for us and for all the European people. As Ivana said just before, there are some communication tools that you can use to advertise, to make sure that people that can see your action actually can be informed about it. And these communication tools, you can find them on the website of EWWR. After the registration of your action, you can download them and then you can use them as you wish. So which are these communication tools? First of all, you can find the fact sheets. So the guidelines to how to create a cleanup event or a blogging event. So if it's the first time that you actually are organizing this kind of actions, you can find that the guidelines where all the steps that you have to follow are well explained, and you cannot go wrong because it's very easy and it's very fun. So first of all, the fact sheet. Then I'm gonna show you the infographics, so the pictures that you can use for your dissemination. So first of all, there is this one that is a new for this year, is a news because it's about blogging, as you can see. And the other one is this one that is about the cleanup actions, as you can see in the picture that are well explained. Also the new kind of items that we every day can find on the street, that are the masks and the gloves because of the pandemic, that are important items that we should collect them, but also we should be aware that they are dangerous. So on the fact sheets, and we're going to tell you again here, there are some safety rules that you have to follow also during the cleanup events and the plugging actions, because we don't really know what we are collecting, and it's important to be safe when we do this kind of events. Then we will send you after this event a press release about the start of this new campaign of the 2021 campaign of Let's Clean Up Europe, that you can disseminate with your contacts, and you can feel free to translate it, because it is in English, so you can translate it in your language and then spread it with your contacts. Sorry. And then we will send you also the link to the social networks, the social media that we have opened. So there is a Twitter account and a Facebook page. We will send you all the details in the mail that will follow this event, this presentation. And we kindly ask you, as Ivana said before, to take pictures of your actions and to spread them online. So to create an event maybe on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, as you wish, and to post there the pictures of the event, and also to use the hashtag, the official hashtag of the campaign, that are hashtag Let's Clean Up Europe and hashtag LCUE 2021. But all these details you can find all this detail on the website, on EWWR, as the people before me said, on the section of Let's Clean Up Europe. Okay, I think I said everything. If you have any question at the end of this webinar, you're kindly invited to ask us. And I give the floor to our main guests that my colleagues before announced. So we want to share with you 3 positive initiatives that in the past years grew up and became more and more important. The first is a blogging activity that every year since 6 years ago happens in Italy, and it's called the Keep Clean and Run. And after a small video that I want to show you, I will give the floor to the inventor of this blogging activity, that is Roberto Cavallo. But before that, I want to show with you a video that actually is a trailer of a movie, of a docu-film that we created after Keep Clean and Run 2020. That was Keep Clean and Run for Peace, because we ran on the territories of the First World War in Italy and Slovenia. So we made this documentary after this event. And now we have the official trailer in Italian, but with English subtitles, that we want to share with you. So after the video, I will leave the floor to Roberto Cavallo. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Corriamo per raccogliere i rifiuti. Ci sono troppi rifiuti abbandonati, anche dove sembra pulito. Purtroppo abbiamo fatto la pista ciclabile di Cortina, abbiamo trovato nei primi 8 km 30 mascherine, quindi adesso abbiamo anche un rifiuto nuovo. Quest'anno però corriamo anche per un'altra ragione, per la pace.
Auronzo e Cortina praticamente era la linea del fronte.
Raccogliere i rifiuti ci fa anche fare un pezzo di storia, perché queste linguette che si usavano per le lattine oggi non esistono più ed era normale stappare la lattina e buttarla a terra.
Devo dire che le donne hanno avuto un ruolo importante proprio per supportare le truppe che erano sulle prime e seconde linee.
A me è rimasto molto impresso come proprio qui, dove mi trovo io in questo momento, gli italiani si arrendono. Arrivano le truppe di Rommel sventolando fazzoletti perché sono pochi e hanno paura di perdere. Invece succede esattamente il contrario, sono gli italiani che si arrendono.
Nel 1917 questo era territorio austro-ungarico, uno dei paesi appunto distrutto fu proprio Malchina e con i dirigibili l'esercito italiano bombardò tutti i paesi del Carso.
Su questa ripiana erano tutti uno da una parte e uno dall'altra. E il giorno di Natale hanno cessato, hanno festeggiato il Natale in pace e il giorno dopo hanno ripreso a combattere. La follia della guerra.
Thank you, Francesco. I do believe the best way to explain this kind of experience is through the words of the protagonists. So I let Roberto Cavallo to tell us about this new Keep Clean and Run edition and his considerations about plugging. Welcome, Roberto.
Thank you, Ivana. Hi to everybody. So the idea about Keep Clean and Run was born in 2014, as Emanuela told before, after a discussion with Janez Potočnik, who was a European Commissioner about environment. So the idea was developed around three key messages. The 75% of marine litter is land-based. So the waste, the litter, comes from far away from the sea. Once it reaches the sea, it enters the food chain. We eat 5 grams of plastics per week. In the sea, the plastics in particular replace the phytoplankton, which provides us 50% of the oxygen we breathe. Today, we also know that the plastic that floats is only 6% of what ends up in the sea, about 8 million tons per year. So if the largest of the plastic island is as large as France, on the seabed, there is a continent as large as Europe. That's why I start running, and I never done before. In each edition since 2015 and 2019, before the pandemic, we met every 7 days, during 7 days, about 3,000 people, mainly school children, and about 100 people ran with me. Last year with the pandemic, we focused a lot on digital version. So I ran, but we thus given the opportunity to run where the people was, where you are, by collecting the waste and sending the photo of the collected waste and the screenshot of the sporting performance, so kilometers, time, and growth, etc. And this is how the pilot edition of Pluggy World Championship was born. As showed before with the film, we also matched the theme of peace. In fact, in 2017, Don Pino De Masi, who managed land confiscated from the mafia, told us that what we were dying was not only ecological, but was socially important for them. In fact, in their territories is the mafia that wants dirt to better control the territories. This is how Keep Clean and Run for Peace were born last year. And since last year, we have been running with the message that a clean place is in peace. A dirty place is in tension, is in war. In 2020, how you watch it with this film, The Peace Runner, we ran on the site of the First World War. Actually, the documentary, the film, is participating in some festival around the world.
Hanno fatto una cosa bellissima, hanno fatto una corsa vicino a Cortina, hanno fatto vedere.
Sorry, Antonella, could you turn off the microphone, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No.
In 2021, I have just returned last Friday from the race along the Gotting line to the place of the Second World War. The amazing and emotional site like Sant'Anna di Stazzema, Marzabotto, 100 people was killed during the last weeks of the Second World War. We can say that Keep Clean and Run is today a successful format, and I'm happy to be able to share this result with you. And I can say that we are organizing the first real edition of Blogging World Championship, where I would like to have you all with me, and in particular Eric, as a father of blogging. So thank you, and happy Let's Clean Up Europe campaign.
Thank you, Roberto. That's really interesting. And but this experience is not the only one in Europe, as Francesco said before. So we are delighted to have Maria Padroș Tremoleda. I hope I pronounce it right. And she's going to show us the Catalan Ultra Clean Marathon. Thank you, Mireia. You have a PowerPoint presentation. If you have some trouble in showing it, we have your presentation. So tell us how.
No, I've got my presentation because I changed a little bit. So
okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, cool.
I hope everyone can hear me. Let me show you share my screen first of all. 1 second. Can you see my screen? So, yes. Well, this is what we are now to explain Ultra Clean Marathon. Protecting nature is what we move. But first of all, let me show also a video. Let me see if you can see or not. Can you see? No,
no, actually, we're still seeing your presentation, your PowerPoint.
So let's see if it's here. And now?
No.
Okay.
I wish I could help you.
No, it's
Maybe
okay. Let me help. Let me try stop sharing, and I will share again my screen. Can you see now?
Yes, perfect.
It's a video and it's not what we think it, but
Mireia, we can't hear it. The sound is turned off, I think.
Sorry?
We can't hear the video. We are watching, but we can't hear it.
Okay, so what we are doing, it's now you can see my screen.
Yes.
The presentation.
Yes.
Okay, so don't worry. I will put here on the, let me see, how is it possible to, well, later I will send to you in, I don't know, in the chat, Lexi. I sent to you the link.
Okay,
and
nice.
you can see the if you want it, you can see the video here. It's a video like also I put to everyone, and for sure you can watch it because it's 20 or 30 seconds, and it's what we are doing, a race that goes through the to pick up and around a way that's as organized, just run and pick up waste. But let me explain a little more what we are thinking when we organize this campaign, because we are thinking not just it's an action for sure, linked to the Let's Clean Up Europe, but it's more than a pickup action. We are thinking in to bring to the sport to defend our environment, and to have not only to protect but to act for them. And what we think when we organize this campaign, it's enjoy and protect. At the beginning, we wish to connect two kind of campaigns in Catalonia. Let's Clean Up Europe, that it's organized by our organization, the Catalan Waste Agency, a public authority, and Nature Week, that it's organized from the civil or environmental civil organizations, so NGOs and so on. And just to thinking about this, what kind of activity we can do it, just to connect, that just bring, that we take something from the, that it couldn't be in the environment, but we wish to connect with the organizations that give the time to protect the environment. So we are inspired with the Keep Clean and Run, and with thanks to the runner, Catalan runner Albert Bosch, we create this action. The history of this the Ultra Clean Marathon. So the first edition in 2018 take place during 7 days, 7 marathons. As you can see here, more than 300,000 people involved. During each marathon, runners found different kind of activities, environment activities, keep clean activities, and we collect during those days almost 2 tons of litter. Of course, we collect, we separate on different fractions and so on. In 2019, we changed a little bit and we said, well, it's just not running. We introduced 2 other kind of modalities of sports, and we make 7 marathons in 7 days, but now running, cycling, and kayaking. We increase with 1,000 more people involved. We increase in number of environmental activities, and we increase also the amount of waste collected, 2.8 tons. And in 2020, we're thinking to change a little bit. And we are thinking that sustainability and charity could run also for the nature, because thanks to the USM, we are doing sport, raising environmental awareness. We wish to raise also funds for nature, not all only run and collect, but also fund some raising funds. Of course, people are plugging, because it's a run and pick up later. You run and pick up later, but also you learn in each refreshment points. You can find NGOs, environmental organization that shows how they work for this in this specific area, and you can also share your time to be environmental volunteer. And why we say that we wish to found to try to raise funds for these causes, environmental causes. We take more than 40 causes, environmental causes, and people who will run for our race will run for one of each. They will collect funds, and they will give just all directly to them. And they can choose if there are people that wish to run for the dolphins, and other ones for projects that focus on with horses, and what else. They can, it's open to them. And for, of course, USAM, it's a sustainability race, and it's the organization are focused to avoid plastic signs, only digital tracking. The road allows different paths, natural, urban areas, no plastic bottles, all water refill points, organic and eco products in refreshment points, public transportation in each access areas, electrical cars for the logistical support, and the runner, no merchandising for them. And each runner should sign, let's say, Eco Runner Manifesto. That we wish that they run one day for us, but they will protect ever 7 days, all the weeks during all the year. And well, the third edition, as I said, changed a little bit. In 2020, we wish to organize, but due to the pandemic situation, we should change. At the end, we decided to postpone for a year. So we decided to organize during the June 5th, and during the World Environmental Day, and will take place 60 kilometers, so one ultramarathon. This ultramarathon is charity run for the nature in the Barcelona area. It's only with one sports modality, running or plugging. The participation can be done by teams. If it's non-stop, you will be only 2 persons due to also pandemic restrictions. And if you do on relay race option, you can go up to 12 people, but just in each tram, let's say like this, you go 4 persons all together, and you can change it in different points. There are 5 points to change your people, and you should, if as a team, you should choose a cause, environmental cause, and give to them, directly to them, a charity fee that it's up to 600 euros. This is like other kind of races that we've got in Catalonia, but no one are focused on environmental. There are more that are focused on social or on yes, let's say social or found races, but no one on environmental races. That's why we decided to organize this and change a little bit. Nowadays, just think that we have 20 teams registered right now, and they are supported by 20 enterprises. So, and we, if there are people that they have no team and no money to organize it, so on, we try to have one enterprise that sponsor this team, because there are enterprises that ask us that they want to give this 600 euros to this environmental cause, but they don't have runners. So we make the link with the enterprises and the causes and also the runners. It's like a triangle. The path of the ultra-clean marathon goes from the north of Barcelona. It goes directly from Collserola Natural Park and goes through the Besses River and then arrive to the Barcelona coastline. During the path, there are 5 refreshment points. In each refreshment point, runners will find cleanup actions, but also during as they run in Barcelona coastline, we will have 20, 30 cleanup actions in all the beaches. And we will collect all this waste, we will make a characterization, and then we will keep with also with all the waste that they take it from the path that the runners goes. We think about more or less 300 people that at the end here it's the previous edition. We will be all together, of course, with the celebration of the with all the COVID and restrictions. We will make, let's say, scenographic with all the waste. At the end, what we are looking, it's just all together we can protect nature. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mireia, for your detailed presentation. I think that's really important, and you underlined how important are the results also. So we invite all the action developers to tell us what happened with their cleanup or plugging event, because it's important to show how it can make the difference, really. So we have an Italian experience, a Catalan experience, and the last one with plugging is from the north of Europe, from Sweden. And we are delighted to have here Erik Ahlström and the founder of his association Plugga. So Erik, the floor is yours. Tell us about your work and your goals with plugging.
Thank you very much. Ivana, can you hear me or?
Yes.
Okay.
You're outside, actually.
No, I'm not outside, but I put my plugging hat on. And I'm really pleased to be here again. I'm really happy that I received the prize in the spring here. And I hope I will go down and collect my prize, Ivana, soon. And as you know, we've been sitting down now for almost 1 hour. So I like you all of you to stand up, because I'm going to show you the correct pluggamon. That is really important. So please stand up on your seat, sir. And then you will, then actually we're going to do 5 of those going down like this. 5, 1, 2, good, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, well, I can't really jump here because I will hit my head in the ceiling. So please, 5 jumps. 1, Ivana, 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. So you're starting, and I'd like you to all stand up, because it is plugging. Plugging is such a different way of picking litter, because here you're adding the adrenaline, the endorphin, when you're doing that, when you're running. And plugging means plocka in Swedish, plocka and jogga. So it's a combination word. So I made it up in 2017, and now we're spreading all around the world. We have plugging groups in each country in the world, and it's more or less just changing people's attitude. And the attitude is, if you see litter, just pick it up. It's such a simple activity. So if you start picking it up, someone else will do the same activity. So please, this is what plugging is all about. It's 5 reasons why it's so important. Number 1, we're not moving enough. You know, most of our time is spent in front of the telephones, different gadgets. So we have to have adrenaline, endorphin, and a fun way to start moving. This is so inclusive. Plugging is inclusive, and the kids nowadays, they're not moving enough. So we have to get them moving. And in Sweden, about only 9% of the 14-year-old move enough. So that's number 1. We have to start moving more. So please don't sit down. Please stand up. That's number 1. Number 2, like you guys been talking about before, it's going to be more plastic in the ocean by 2050 if we don't plug it up. So it's going to be more plastic in the ocean by 2050, and most of the trash come from land. That's number 2. Number 3, we're killing the wildlife. We're killing so much of the species, also in the land and also on the shore. Number 4, it costs so much money that someone is employed to pick up litter. So we can use our tax money for so much other stuff than just paying someone to pick up litter. And the 5th one, it is in the clean, it's called the broken windows theory. And that means in a clean environment, we would trust each other. We would love our community. We would love the place where we work. So nowadays, in the Corona times when we're using the mask, it's such a hard time. So plugging is even more important, like it is right now. So as I said, plugging has spread all around the world. Picking up litter we've been doing, but this is a new word. This is a new word that spread like avalanche all around the world. We were doing a big plug activity with probably the most famous runner in the world, Kilian Jornet. We was having a plugger week for you in the Earth Days from the 19th to the 25th of April. And we are spreading.
Eric, I think you have some connection problems. Oh, that's a pity. So I can text him, so we can see if he can connect again. This was the last experience. So if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to share it with us. And you have a chat room, but we also can turn off your camera and your microphone and ask us if you have.
Sorry, Ivana.
Okay.
I love connections up in the mountains here in Sweden where it's no trash. I also get bad connections. So for that, I'm really happy. I hope I didn't really make my time too long. And please, if you get any answers or questions, I hopefully can give you some straight answers.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So feel free to ask us if you want something to be clarified. If not, if you...
Liuba is there. This hand up.
Yes. But you can contact us via email. We can provide you all the presentations and all the videos we shown this morning. And we are also available to answer your questions in the next days. So don't be shy and spread the message of Let's Clean Up Europe. That's really important, I think, at the European level. We can do it together.
Liuba, if you have a question, you can ask us.
Thank you very much for all presentations. It was very nice to see how it works from Spain till Sweden. My question is, it's about breeding season. How could we talk also in the context of clean up about breeding season? It means that people cannot clean up in their places where birds and animals in their breeding season are. You understand me, ne? That's why I think that it's a very important topic now in Germany, because it's from March till the end of September. It's a breeding season, so a lot of environmental organizations and also the institutions for environment put some kind of papers to the topic breeding season. So it will be nice to hear from our speakers what they think about this, how we can to communicate to our participants. So if you see some kind of some bushes that you will not clean there because it's breeding season.
Yes, of course. This is a very important communicative part to organize a cleanup actions, and you're right. You're totally right, especially in your area. And I guess so. As Francesco said before, we provide you a fact sheet about how to organize a cleanup action and a plugin action. So this is, I think, more communication with the public administrations. So it depends on the territory. So we encourage you to talk with them as an organization that is planning to organize this kind of activities. I don't know if the other participants have this kind of experience, previous experience that can be that could be shared here. So I see Roberto is telling us that it is important to communicate to stay on the path. In any case, the largest part of litter is around path and road. That's right. And also it is important to communicate that we have to collect the abandoned waste, but all the volunteers have to be to stay safe. So the cleanup activity should be organized, and you should have someone to monitor the situation and to be aware and to make sure that everyone is safe. So I don't know if I replied to your answer, but I invite all the participants to answer your question.
Yes, Ivana, it's okay, but maybe we can do some. Maybe together we will make some kind of brainstorming and see how we can also communicate. Maybe we will do some kind of posters or some communication tools. I would like to hear from all participants. Maybe if somebody would like to say something, the opinion. I think
Can I have just a small comments here? It's very interesting to listen, of course. And right now in the Corona, we have more and more people out in the nature. This is something that we noticed, and more people out in the nature. Also, people are enjoying the outside, the outdoor, of course. But also, we got a new kind of market. We got new people out in the nature, and they are not educated. They don't have the same knowledge as people like us. And so we have to really work hard on education. I think that's the same in all different kind of all countries, that we have to work on education even more, and science and information.
Yes, thank you, Eric. That's really important. And Yuba, I think this webinar will be a starting point to make some brainstormings, as you said, and to keep in touch and to share these experiences and to find the best solutions, because it's nice to hear from all of you what is the difference depending on the territory and on the weather conditions and on the as you said, on the economy also. So cleanup activities have to be well organized and well planned. So we will do it for sure, and I hope we will get in touch in the next weeks to share our comments about that. So do you have any other suggestion or question about this topic or not? I see Emanuela is turning on.
Just to say thank you to everybody. I hope we will send to you the link, and I asked to Serena Lisai to help us with the European Waste Week for Reduction website to put everything online. And for any question or doubts, we are available, and we will send you as well the press release and the communication kit that you will find on the website. So we are ready to start. Thank you to everybody.
Yes, thank you to everybody. It was really nice to meeting you today, this morning, and see you next time. It was very, very cool. Many thanks.
And thank you very much for our speakers, because it was very nice to hear so much examples. You, Eric, Roberto, and Mireia, thank you very much. It was very good. Thank you for your time.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Thank you.
Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Keep on plugging, my dear friends.
Keep on plugging.
Of course. Okay. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Stay
Bye.
safe.
Bye. Bye, Declan.